SkyLilysNatureTV, everybody. So, this is one of our fellow reptile enthusiasts who gave us a crested gecko. Hi, Austin.
Howdy.
Yay.
Hi.
Okay.
So, now we will start with the questions.
So, Austin, what was your first animal that you ever got?
Crested gecko, the father of the one I gave you.
Yay. I was not expecting that.
Yes. I had him when I was 8.
And I'm 9.
Oh.
He's
an old lizard. It's weird. You can tell. He's getting all grays everywhere. But
you know.
But no, yeah. He's a good lizard.
He has hair and he's getting gray?
No, his colors aren't what they used to be. And that
I
is,
did not
eyes
know they
change
could age
color.
like that. How do they age like that?
I don't know. I'm not really understanding of the age of geckos. You know, they get old. The age of geckos.
The age of geckos.
Alright,
So, we saw online that you are starting like a business about breeding snakes.
yes, I'm getting a little bit out of cresteds. I've jumped into leopards. I want to say Leos, but leopard geckos.
Leos.
And I'm getting into ball pythons, and in the future I'll be getting into Brazilian rainbow boas. But I have I have a bunch of different projects that I'm working on. Some will be the world's first, some won't. But it's going to be pretty interesting to see how that goes. Because it's a race against me and the breeder who made the other ones. So, have to eat my carrots.
What?
Yeah, rabbit in the hair. He ate his carrots to run fast.
Okay. So, what made you fall in love with animals specifically?
Like animals or like reptiles? Just animals.
Animals.
Well, I was always a big lover for dogs. I grew up around dogs. And then I had cats. But then what got me into reptiles was Jurassic Park. That's it. Just Jurassic Park. You know, the giant T-Rex comes out and he's like...
That's how we actually...
That's pretty much it.
That's how we got the name of our Savannah monitor.
Yeah?
Baby Blue. Justin Blue.
Just a side note, what is the name of your business?
Primal Pythons and Exotics. It was going to be just Primal Pythons, but...
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You asked and it's right there.
Right there. Yeah. Information. Back.
We will get a good shot of that at the end.
Yes.
We did just now. So, what is... I have a question. What animal are you working with right now that is a challenge? Like,
I'd have to say my Doom Rolls monitor. It's not really a breeding thing. I want to get breeding into them because they're not really that, easy to find. They're a bit more challenging. And the babies look beautiful. Like, look it up. It's amazing.
Anything that's a baby is adorable.
Yeah, but
I have a random
the babies?
question.
Oh, yes.
Do you have a crocodile?
No, my monitor is my crocodile. He's semi-arboreal, he's semi-aquatic, and he digs. And they have...
That's crocodile, not for me.
It's really cool. But the babies are bright orange head, black body, and yellow stripes going down the back. But when they get older, they actually turn to like a nice chocolatey brown terracotta red color.
Cool.
Yeah, so I got him, and I don't know.
It's like a chameleon, they change color.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, yeah. Well, they mimic cobras, because they're from Indonesia.
That's exactly what hognoses do. When they feel like threatened or something,
they
they flatten and look like they have a hood, like a cobra.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of chameleons, I have a joke for you. Why did the chameleon jump into the blender?
I don't know why.
Because he wanted to blend in.
Yeah.
Silence, then the drums.
Yes. Is there anything else you would like to ask her?
So, we might end up being the next generation of, reptile lovers. So we might one day end up being next to each other at an expo as vendors.
It is possible. Yes, I will look old and you will look young. But I have learned that the ball python business is blowing up. So there's way too many in the business at the moment. So a lot of people I have learned are actually starting to get out of ball pythons and kind of branching out and seeing. But even some of them are actually leaving the hobby. So if you say, if all those people, yeah, if they leave the hobby, and then you guys just don't like it anymore, and say everyone just gets not interested anymore because it's just ball pythons, the hobby will just crash and no one will be into it anymore. So we are like their lifeline.
The last ones.
Yeah, we are the lifeline, like the candies, lifesavers.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Which I used to accidentally pronounce lightsaber as lifesaver.
Well,
Just imagine that.
But-
Just like that is what comes out of the hilt of a lightsaber, not an actual like lightsaber.
I'd eat the lightsaber. Alright, but yeah, like people are getting out of ball pythons a lot, and when people get out of ball pythons, it will take a couple of years, and I know I have years to like still keep working on these, right? But when they get out of it, the ball pythons will start to get a little bit more interesting once in a while. It will take, you know, like I say, a couple of years, but someone's like, oh, we haven't seen these in a while, maybe we'll just try and see how it goes, and then people will just probably pick up back onto it. But there's like the Brazilians that are getting more like interesting, and a lot of people are also going into Colombians, and then there's leopard geckos. Cresties will always be around.
Cresties will always be cute.
And adorable, yes, as they just stare at you and then lick their eye.
We're motioning, but you guys don't know this. The Crestie is just off screen over here.
Yeah.
She's doing a downward dog.
She's smiling.
She's smiling.
She's showing the butt to the camera.
Alright, so, yeah, but if you guys will totally, like, if you get into this whole business and you start breeding them, you will be...
I already have.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. That's
Babies
great. You
up
got a
there.
bunch of little babies. But if you keep, like, getting more breeder females for, like, ball pythons, or I suggest, you know, getting into the Colombians and the Brazilians. They don't get as big as the rainbows, but they are really good, because a baby right now could go for, like, $300 possibly if it's like high red, and then there's always the hard to come by Brazilians that are called calicos. They're like beautiful red, and then they're splotched out by a bunch of white. So you always try to get into that.
And speaking of reptiles, I have another joke for you. I came prepared. What type of reptile works for Bad Boy Records?
I don't know what.
A raptile.
Again. So thank you for being
here for this interview.
No problem.
Thank you. Later days.
Later days.